Do you know I have two mottos? I don't want to forget about them for now. Although they're the most important thing in the world, I believe, up and above everything else. Great never is the best. I try harder, meaning I wouldn't have to extend myself at all. Now, we shouldn't even be at 9. We shouldn't be any more than 6 because our creation is 3. So we should already know the difference. What am I doing here? What are you doing? I don't understand. What are you doing? I don't understand. Why did you paint your apartment like that? Does anybody see what is going on? Do you know, or would you think to know? Or could I even know myself? How could I know? All I do know is that even if I was at 9, I'll never reach 10. Because everything I've heard before and things that have gone through my mind in my lifetime are coming true right to the end with everything that is going on. Even my disbalancement in my balance. Time. Who is the operator? What are we looking for? I will tell you now, the cube is it. When you turn the cube this way, it is not the cube as it is any longer. It is now something new. What it is, I don't know. I'd probably have to and shove it in between here because you don't see the rest of this design and you only see a portion of what this can do. If you just simulated pictures into each other, they have shown us through the geometric shapes inside and what is Merkaba, that Merkaba possesses the cube. You know it. You've seen it. For the few that you have seen it, spread it around. It is very important to open up the eye of the world. You must spread around where this can be found. Now the question is, do the pyramids come in as just the point? Or is there something missing? Four times and 2 times. 4 times and 2 times. Think about it. What is 4 times and 2 times? Well, 4 times and 2 times. Four times and 2 times. You have 4 and 2 faces. You have 4 and 2 faces, right? You have 4 and 2 faces. You have 4. The 4, I'm going to call the ring. And the 2, I am going to call the pole. Now, if you want to note, we're playing with 2 cubes. So if I would be calling it the ring, it would be 8. If I would be calling it the pole, it would be, the ring and the pole, it would be, where did I go? Hold on. It was 8. If it was the pole, it would be 6. Now, the pole has an upper and a lower, totaling 7 on 3 sides. The same thing with the ring. The same thing with the ring. It'll go 5 and 2, 7, 3 and 4, 7. 5 and 2 equals to 7. 3 and 4 equals to 7. This one over here is going to have 1 and 6 equal to 7. There's a lot of things going on in this. Where does 3 come from? 3 comes when it's sitting this way. or maybe if it's sitting this way and this way at the same time. You got to put both of them inside each other. We've gotten completes and incomplete artwork. Pieces are missing. Continue on. Did this and does this actually come where every single piece can turn? Because there are 26 pieces. There are 26 individual pieces where 8 will have 3 colors. But when you do those 3 color combinations, right? When you do those 3 color combinations of these 4 and these 4, well, you have 6 times 8. You have 6 times 3 colors. You have, hold on a second. You have 3, 3, 3, and 3. Now, sitting this way. Now, you can do that 6 times 3 colors times 4 cubes, which is 3 times 4 is 12 times 6 is 72. You have your 3 colors. And at the same time, you have 2 colors, right? And don't forget, if you were using, depending on which number is up, 1 through 6, that is your 6 realities. But the thing is, it's A, B, C, and then on the other cube, it'll be D, E, F. The cube we're in right now is D, E, F, the Federation 15, 15, 51. Subject line, Mars. Mars and the moon. And who talks about it? The cube. Kaaba, the holy cube. Amazing. We should learn more about this. Because I know it, because I know this, because I know this, I know. I'm not sure what you have to call it. I'm not sure. But all of these are found inside this cube right here. All the basic stories of 11 times 11 times 11 equals 2, 1331. Now, instead of going 11 times 11 times 11, what you're going to do is, how am I going to do this? We do the first equation is 121. So I go 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. And then the second equation, I do it again, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. And then I do it again, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. Okay? Or, sorry, I do it backwards at the end. So I turn it around. I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So this, okay, 2, 1, 2, 1, 11, 11, 11, 13, 31. In order to create this, it's 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. Okay, it's easier than understanding this. This equals to 1, this equals to 2. It happens twice. It is the L and the L letter. The first one is an A and an A letter. It says Allah in 11, 11, 11. And when you add it, it comes out to 33 in itself. The moon cycle runs at 13, 31, and 13, meaning it's numeric cycle. The moon numeric cycle runs at 57. Now, when it runs at 57, that is 3 times 19 equals to 57. But then it rotates again. I don't know how, if it does it at the same time. And that's when it comes into the 4th cycle. Okay, times 19 equals to 4 by 7, 76. And then the 5th cycle equals to 95. That is Pluto, the 5th cycle. And then the 6th cycle ends up to be 114. And when you add up to 114, it's back to Mars again. 2 and 4, the ring and the pole. I do want to reiterate on something, is that 19 and 19 and 19 and 19 equals to 39. These are the angels. When we refer to these three over here, okay, what's going to happen next is when we get the next 19, okay, that is going to equal to 49. This is where Mars Pluto comes in. Pluto is on everything. And then it's 59, and then it's 69. 9 goes nowhere. It's on every single face. And not only what I just did, what I'm starting to calculate, okay, is that where you have the 8 corners. What if the cube was this way? So not only do you have 3 colors on each corner and you have 4, but you have it in this position once, this position twice, this position is 3 times. Do you remember where we started on? First, let's start on the red on the left. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. The 5th time will bring you back home. So what is the E world? A and E coming back home. A and E coming back home. Now, how do you get home? Number 53 or 35, and your arrival is 2442. The ring, where is it? Is it on this page? The ring and the pole. I'm going to get back to this in a minute. The ring and the pole. The ring and the pole. 4 and 2. What is the ring and the pole? It's DC. The area space that's freed from over here, but showed over here on the opposites of the dice between 3 and 4. There is only one distance, 1. That means the area block must be shared. This is a shared area block. Here is your totality of 9. So my question is, when we share this totality block, we are sharing this area over here. This area over here is taken away from the 9, and all you now get is 7. Every single side will get 7, and 2 has been reserved for the heavens of birth, the gateway. Why and how and why would I say that? Okay, because nowhere on this cube, do you see 2 empty spots, 2 empty spots, 2 empty spots, 2 empty spots. So it's all empty. So you have 4 sides. So that is 8 on the ring are gone. They are bonded into the heavens. Now, when I turn the dice this way, it is different. I have 2 empty spots, 4 empty spots, 6 empty spots, and now they're filled. So now I have the 6. Now I have the 6 ring. I have the 6 ring and the 8 ring. And when you take these dice and you make them look like 6, the other side will be 8. They are absolutely perfect. And those who pray to the cube are praying to the cube with reason, is because it's following these cubes here. It's following the cubes here. It's following all geometric shapes. It is now creating dots and dashes for Morse code, in which will dots and dashes create everything that is on this page. I just rounded everything out instead of squaring it off. Does the cube come in whole, or does it come like this? 26 pieces. Is the cube sitting on the ground this way, or is it on the ground this way, or is it on the ground this way? If it sticks up this way, the cube is now noted to be a 33 up and 33 down. It's cut down the center. This last brick that's sticking out is not above nor below. and the area is 3. It's a 3, 2, 1. In bowling, it's 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're seeing a difference, okay, between what is 6 and what in bowling is 10. Now, don't forget, here it might have been overlapping and removing the fourth area. Once you can take this cube being bigger, okay, 4 by 4. I'm not sure how it would work. And then you take out 2 areas and you bring it in as small as you can make it. And this is the smallest side in order to have a rotator center. When there's only 4 cubes, there is no rotator center. All is together. But once you put a rotator center, and this center, okay, happens 6 times plus 0, 1. 0, 1 is the center cube that is in the middle of there that does not exist. But it is an area space, and it's the 27th area space. But it's not really the 27th area space. It is the area space that has a certain value. If the total of this cube in basic value, 45 times 6 equals to 270. That is what the cube value is. It has 21 dots. When I do this 4 times, I don't know. I want to do it. I need to do it 4 times. And no, I'll do it. When I need to do this 270, okay, divided by 6 equals 245. 6 by 40 is 240. So it's 240 and 30 is the actual figure. And it'll also say 6 and 3. 4 and 5, 6 and 3 create love. This is the creation of love. That's what it is in just this basic word here. Let's not get into that. So I get 270. Now I need to, what do I need to do? 270 times 1.25 equals 2. No, I needed to get the 360. So 270 times 1.33. 359.1, 1.33. That would be 360 degrees. Let me just go 1.34 times 270 equals to 361. I need to get 1.40 times 270 equals to 378. So what I'm trying to do here is I want to get the 360 degrees, but really I'm not supposed to have all 6. I made a slight error. I'm only supposed to have 4 because 4 are to the ring and 2 are to the pole. So I will go 90 to the pole, and I will go 180 to the ring. Okay, now it works out. Now it works out. So now I have to do this twice. So what I had is 4 corners inside. Remember, inside is the ring. Okay, 4 corners to the inside ring. So I'm going to need 4 corners and 4 corners. I'm going to need it twice, and I'm going to have another 180 degrees and a ring. So I need 2. In order to create that understanding that going around the center here, where you're going to pick up 2 colors and 2 colors and 2 colors and 2 colors, where you're going to pick up 8 corners colors, 4 and 4, right? 2, 4, 6. So you are going to create 2, 4, 6, 8. So now your 4 corners will now have 8 and 8 colors. Is that right? 2 here and 2 here and 2 here and 2 here. Now, if you have 8 and 8 colors on 2 different groups, you're going to repeat colors. There's a whole big deal going on inside of that cube. Whew, it's so hard to explain. I'm going to get a glass of water. I'm going to come back. If you have any questions for me, go ahead. If you don't understand, I'm going to explain what I do when I come back before I get on to what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to explain everything, every aspect of the possibilities of what happens with all the squares of the cube. Noted that, remember, whether there's anything on the other side or not, we're only talking about what we see. See, there's the inside and the outside of the cube. Like the face value of the cube, okay, there are face values of 54 area spaces, but the cubes are connected with 3 colors on one cube. That means the back side of the cube that has 3 colors, there's going to be 3 where there's a complete null and void nothing. So if we would put that to numbers, and let's call it, I don't know, number 7, we would have 21 on that corner. And the reason I called it number 7 is 3 sides. And when there's 3 sides, it means there's another 3 sides. And right away, I got the cube. So I know right away. And we have to note that one cube will take up 2 sides of 2 faces. Once a cube takes up 2 faces, it already knows the rest of the cube. I mean, I'm going to look at just 2 faces. I look at the 3 and the 6. So right away, the 6 is opposite of the 1. The 4 is opposite of the 3. The only thing I don't know, okay, is whether 2 and 5 are above or below. Now, since I see 1 and 4, it's in disguise for you, but it's not in disguise for me. You see the way the 3 is tilted? Normally, when the 3 is tilted to the left, the 4 will be on top, and the 5 will 5 will be on top, and the 2 will be on the 5 will be on the. Wait a second, right? When it's tilted the other way, okay, it's impossible. Let me see this. Yeah, I don't think you can know. When it doesn't matter which way it is, you cannot tell. You can't tell. It's to the left. All you know, if the 3 is to the left, okay, that the 5 is on top. If the 3 is to the right, you know the 5 is on the side. The 2, you know, if the 2 is on the left, the 5 is on the side, because if the 2 wasn't there, the 5 would be on the bottom. Not me. Kaaba. The energy is so strong. Why did they go there? Because it tells the holiest of truths. They're following, I don't know what code they're following inside of this, but it told me small things that must speak to them as well. And just one thing really quick. If you're going to get a drink, see all these Zs? I'm connecting my numbers. Backwards, forwards, forward, backwards, and just keep connecting these numbers. There's some kind of jagged rotation. It explains that in DNA. Just the way the DNA is, right away you know it's zigzag. I have some groceries to put away, so you want to let everybody take a 2-minute break there? Let's take a 2-minute break. I have to put away my eggs. I have to put away, well, I can put this in the other room. Well, no, not this. Just give me a minute. I'm putting away my groceries here really quick. Really quick. Not everything. I can just probably leave it in the cold room. But yeah, just give me a minute if you don't mind there. Yeah, just give me a minute. Got to put away a few things. Just got to put away a few things. Wow, I got no space in my fridge. Okay. Okay, I'll put this in the other room. It's a little chilly there. So just give me a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom and Yeah, you want to know something? Ask me. Just a regular guy, you know. I'm just a regular guy. I mean, what do I know? I just believe it so much. I just see it. It all matches. Should we jump to the zodiac? You think? And just give me a second. You know, have you ever thought have you ever thought of what size the Earth is? Into roulette. Just give me a minute. I just want to put up something here. You're into roulette, eh, buddy? Okay, just give me a minute. There's your roulette board. That's a roulette board. Try to figure it out. Yeah, that's the roulette board. Yeah, do you know what that is? I'll explain it to you. I just don't want to forget what I was talking about because what I'm doing right now, I don't know if you know me at all, but I don't know if you know what this is. I don't know if you know what the Kaaba is. The reason for your roulette and your dice for running the way they do, and the reason they play the game and the odds they have is because of this. Our planet is run by this. There are 1.8 billion people, plus the spectators, the attendants, those who are interested, those who are looking at it, those who are trying to understand it, those who oppose it. There's got to be, guessing it, 2.5 billion people staring at this right now. This is the important thing. But I can do yes, I can do that. I can stagger them. Yes, I can. I can stagger them. I'm going to show you what it is and how the 3 levels of jacks work out. You see, there's the main jack. And you see the hat on the jack. And you see the magnets that are on top. U, and U. When you say W, it's because you're counting 2 of them. If you say V, it's because you're counting all of them and you're splitting them by running the V this way in the hat. All art and all designs are telling you the story of the connection. So where is that? Where is the board? We have this board over here. This board's not showing. I got this board here. I like this board here. I'm not sure if you can see the feet, but here's your cubes. Here's your cubes. This is the roulette wheel. And in the center of the roulette wheel between 16 and 21, it looks like this. So you can see it's a hexagon. But in this hexagon, what it is it's X connecting to 1 and 1 and Y connecting to 1 and 1. Now the question is this 101 because it's void in the center? So XY connected to 101 and it's voided around what is in the center. And what is in the center is 3 and 7 equals to 10. 3 times 7 is 21. It is the cube announcing itself at 31. And the word cube equals to 31. The word dice equals to 8 and 9, 17. I think it's 21, 4, 9, 3, 5, 5, 8, 17, 21. It's just ironic that the 3 by 7, 7 by 3 equals to 21 and 10 is identical to the words in which you do not see. Here is the, whoop, there, let me take that away for a second. Here is the word cube. It is the 3rd, the 21st, the 02nd, and the 05th. The 05 is the polarity. Because 2 and 5 show up as polarity, none other do. 3, 24, and 7, 31. The center, as I showed you, right over here, these 2 dots here, that total is 17 and 20. That is 17 and 20 that shows up there. 17 and 20. 51 and 60. 34 and 40. Blue, cold, CD. Red, hot, DC. 27, 43. Let's go 07. 50, 60, 60, 40, 50, 60, 77. C3, H, 8, R, 18, I, 9, 11, 29, 38, 19, 57, and 20, 77. Christ 77, red hot DC. Blue cold CD inside the cube. Hot and cold, blue and red, bring on the purple. We mix the blue pill with the red pill now. Now, if we made it warm, that would be 55. Now, what did I say the center of this cube was? 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 equals 10 equals to 35. Creation of the E world. Is it a 3 or it is a 5? And then we run into time. We run into time in 4 parts and in 2 parts. We can go in between here, the gateway, 4 parts and 2 parts. 4 and 4 and 2 equals to 10. 20 is in the center. 40 is on the left. 60. 40 is in the center. 40 on the right. 20 is in the center. 40 on the left. 60. Let's put 60 minutes and 60 seconds on the clock. And now the I is your 2020. The total is what is 100% of time, is understanding the numeric of time is 47. The low count of time is 29, which is birth inside the sun. It is 20 and 9. 54 equals to the 9 times 6 sides of this cube over here. There are 54, but we can never play with 54 because one ass will always be down. So this dice cube will be 45 and 9. That is your birth 29, birth in the sun cube. The cat. 24 is the cat. 24 is the cat. Just follow the line. 84, 44, 24, 14, 5 and 4, 20 and 09. We started here. Where did this come from? 66. Created it. Core. The golden creation divided by DC. The letter A is DC. It's the I on top of the C, capping the pyramid that is on an angle. Now the pyramid is this way, and that is our world, the cubic world. Somehow they shifted it. They just shifted its energy in another angle. Something to do with that. I'm not precise. I'm still working on some of the ways, but still understand that why is it that? Because 6 times 6 and 6 plus 6 equals to 12 and equals to 36, equaling to 48. 48 equals to the word sun, and this becomes Venus, Venus Earth, and it's alpha beta creation, because it's alpha beta creation, because when we do these two equations, this will become 3 and 2, and this will become 6 and 5. They become inverted on the dice. They become two different dice. One is up and one is down. You had the mathematical equation. Don't forget, when equations skip and go on top of each other, different levels of this, do you follow what I'm saying? So it's 66, that gateway right here. There it is. 66, 66, 6. There's a 6 and 6 here, 12, and a 6 and 6 here, 12. We need a 6 in the center over here. So then we go 666 and 666. Otherwise, we go 666. We're broken heart. We're split. If this was if this was the single dot, this would be the RH blood. That would be the RH blood right there in the center. Why? Because it'd be the center dot, meaning 1, with usually what is 8 going around on a basic cube, should the cube be in that spot. And it is more than likely that it will be. I put myself on the line with that. I shouldn't have said that. But we also, what I understand, hold on a second, before I look at the questions, to note that 5 times 2, 5 plus 2 equals 10 and 7. The opposites of these cubes are 7. 6 sides, 7 is the opposite. Spirit is 76. Secondly, this side of the cube is like the calculator. And when you crisscross corners and on the inside, you will always come up with 10, 10, 10, and 10, 1 and 9, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, 8 and 2. So there's 20, 20 for the corners and on the inside, 20A or 20B, because B would be on the inside. A is on the outside, B is on the inside, no matter which way you turn it. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I'm going to put you on this. Take a look at this one. Yeah, so so I just showed you that one for a sec. Okay, let me read the comments. Okay, this is what happened. 17 years ago, completing this May, I will be in the gateway and the house, where all I was having was a racing mind, where I can just see there was more. Oh my God, there was more. Couldn't figure it out. It was just like this, just like things were just rushing in. It was just rushing in, and couldn't figure it out. And just kept writing and doing videos and writing and doing videos. What am I going to do with the information? Put it in a book? I put it in a book for 5 years. It was eating me up. There was too much. I felt that if it was going to be a book, why not let it be sharing off the bat, right away, instant, where if you came back at me, there's a chance I might remember if I haven't been down the river. My mind is not a lake, and it's partly the ocean and a river. So I'm always moving, always streaming. And there's always coming in. There's always something new. There's always something new I see. All it takes is for you to see something new, and that is new to you. It should be intriguing to know what that new is. What is, how do I know what I don't know? And that's why I accept all the new and I stay around to just understand it. And, you know, I believe that the fragments of creation have come together where everybody has to sit back and say, they're seeing miracles in funny places. They're seeing deceit in other places. Which way do I go? And then you see some practicality where I can bring the sciences together alphabetically in the words and in the games through the products that were created by people today. There are companies that create these things. They use them in all the casinos. They don't even know what they can do. They don't know the mathematics of these that connect them to the astrological zodiac and all the constellations, to every single word in the Chinese zodiac, to the reason and calculated days of the moons and the Hebrew calendar, the one that I know. And I'm only going off basics, so I might be off. I'm not sure if you're calculating the moon at 27.3 or calculating the moon at 28 days. Which one is it? Because the cube says it's 28. 3 would be 3/4 because there's only 4 and 2 sides. That's the way it has to be calculated. This cube is the explanation of. Now, give me a book. I'm going to forget. Right. I have no book. Just give me a minute. I hope I don't forget. Oh my God. Oh my God. 3. Why 3? Well, anyways, I'm going to do it right here. I'll just do it right here because the basic block is, here's the basic 3 block, the basic blocks. Okay. Here's your basic 3 blocks. Okay. I don't need to do this because this is a half block, like a rib. Okay. Now, if you talk about ribs, okay, you have to talk about a breast. ST is at the end. BR is at the beginning. 13, 12, A and E, because that's your game from A to E, because you're at home plate and you did A, B, C bases, and then you came back to home plate, HPE, home plate S, home plate start, and home plate arrival. The H is actually your A because it is your heaven. So you create the word ape, 22, running around the bases. What is your value? If you run all the way around the bases and you are 6 life from the one spirit, the unicorn, Mars the unicorn, giving you life. You are life 5 and 6, 11, 20. You are life 32. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2, 6 and 5. You are life 6 and 5 through the 7th gate, 11. So why does this have any meaning? Where did I get from this? How did I get to this? Yes, when you count 1 all the way to 5, it equals to 15. That is Mars, and you are the 6th light. When you do home plate, when you do first base and second base and third base, and then you come home, you add up all these numbers, and it equals to 15, plus who you are. The one passage of the 6th light equals to what is the cube? 21. And you cometh through the light because there are 33 voided area spaces. 33 area voided spaces. 33 and 21 equals to 54. Okay, where was I? Yeah, 21 and 33 equals to 54. But that's only a single cube. I need another cube, 21 and 33 and 54. So you have 42 and 66 equals, instead of 108, it's going to be 18. Bring it to the single digit. I'm not going over. Okay. Otherwise, it's 108. You can also say 180 degrees or halfway. So if it's 180 degrees or halfway, I can go 42 and 66 and 18 will now bring me the full way. So I'll get 84 and 33 and I'll get 27. And this will give me Pluto, Sun, rotation of the Sun cube, the 27 cubonic area spaces, 26 and the core, 6 and 1 core area marker 7. Area marker 7 because inside the center of this cube is one single area. And this one area controls 6 centers. One area in the center controls 6 centers, and it'll control it at 4 and 2. Control rotation, in which 4 is the ring and 2 is the pole. Now the question is, what is 1 and 3? Well, 1 is a north pole and the other is a south pole. Is it a pole or a pull? Is it magnetism? So then where would the north, east, west, and south? Well, we just have to mix up these numbers and figure out if there's any more to it than that. Just hold on a second. I'm thirsty and I'm going to stop, and maybe you've lost my place, but I'm going to continue on. I want to read what you had to say. You know what? Yes, the roulette numbers add up to 666. It looks like hexagonal boxes with the lids open flat. Are you familiar with Santos Bonacci? No, never even heard of them, but I'm going to write it down right now. Never read a book in my life, and I'm not proud of it either, but I do look things up. And I pray that somehow that my judgment is good enough to see the difference of whether they're telling which side of the story they're talking about, because regardless of the side of the story they're talking about, they're going to give me the other side of the story anyways in skeleton form. By what I can imagine, but I can't imagine it all. So no, you're not talking to yourself. No, you're not. I was just someone. So right, you here. No, you're not talking to yourself. Sorry about that. I'm listen, when I'm connected to something and on a rant, when the information is coming in, I have to spit it out. But go ahead. I'm gonna stop for a minute. What time is it? Okay, I got this light thing connected to me. I'm going to get a thing in the kitchen. I'm going to come back and see what you wrote, and I'm going to look them up. It's not a race. It's Not erase 9. You know what? I am going to make myself a coffee. Write that down. I'm going to make myself a coffee. I can stay here all afternoon. I got a couple hours. We are going to. I think the freedom key is to solve the mystery of this cube. I really, 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 really do. I'm hoping. It's not that I really do. I'm hoping, but I see so much potential. So much potential. If we can talk to it. Yeah, somehow connect to it. And I do see one bonding. I do see a bonding or a feeling, a bonding that, wouldn't it make sense that if this was the construct of the matrix, that the matrix knows the value of our lives? It knows something we don't know, we're not sure, maybe, that all the good souls are coming home. And it already knows, and it's going to welcome you. Come on home. Sorry I scared you for all your lifetime about death, but what am I going to do? It's a free world. What am I going to tell you any of the secrets? You know the secret. There's a basic secret. I watch your back, you watch mine. You marry my sister, I marry your sister. Made an interchangement. We've now shifted. And then we keep doing it again. And after so many families and this number, why 12? Because 12 doesn't have a division. 9 has a division. 9 and 12. Here's 9 and 1, right? Well, wait a second. Here is 9, and here is 1. Here is 1, and here is 9, and here is 1, 8, 9, and then we have 4. Now, wait a second. Then we have, wow. Then we got 16. Wait a second. I feel something coming on. Wait a second. What is it? I see a, whoop, that's not right. Now I see a 416. I see a 416. Wow. You see a 416? Well, I don't see a 416. You know what I see? I see a 412. That's a 4, that's a 16, that's a 416, but it's a 416 and 12. That's how it's broken up. So this would be the purple ball. And it's the purple ball, and it's the 9SBH. It is the standard bred horses. It is the number 9, nueve. In French and in Spanish, it says new. Okay, it is 9. And did you know that the reverse of 2 cube 9, because there is no 1 cube 9. There's no 1 cube 9. Seth, if you have something to talk, please. I'd be honored. Say something. Sorry about that. Yeah. So why 9? Because there is no 9 here, but there is a 9 when we come back. When we come back over here, there's a 9 right over here. Here's number 9. It goes through number 8, which is a rib, to the 7th gate. Here is number 9, birth. Where does number 9, birth, come out? It comes up over here, right here at number 10. Right here at number 10, it comes out. So it is the 10. Okay, what happens? What happens is when you see 10 as the 5th 2, when you see 10 as the 5th 2, 5 times 2 equals to 10. You have jumped hoops through 3, 5, 7, and 9. Three, 5, 7, and 9 to become the 10. Okay, right. Okay, 2 and 5. So what it is that what it is the result of this, okay, of jumping through the hoops, your creation, which is 1 times 1 and 1 plus 1 equaling to 2 equaling to 1, which is your creation, into the B world, into the E world, through the 7th gate by the 9th birth with the 1 spirit. This will come back prior to what this is, 1 and 1. But there's 2 dice. Remember, there's 2 dice. So you end up coming in through this. And what do you come in? Look at that. You come in like that. That is over here. That's right. You come in as Ra. You come in the nude. You come in raw. That's the way you come into the world. Hurrah. 2 dice. 1881. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9 equals to 81 equals to 18. Venus, 81. The word 13 is 99. The word Jupiter is 99. Pi is 16 and 9. 3 by 3, 4 by 4. 3 by 3 and 4 by 4. Earth, numeric value, 52, 52, 52. Mars, value, 51, 51, 51. There's also the ring that I'm talking about. This shows up as 2. This shows up as 1. A and B, 1 and 2. Now size matters because it gets split right over here. The difference between what is 3 and 4 is a question. Do I now have to put 4 inside of this? I mean 3 inside of this and create a 3 area over here? And then create a 3 area over here and a 3 area over here and a 3 area over here. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3 area overlap. Or would I take a 4 area and put a 4 area overlapping what is over here? So if I overlap a 4 area here and here and here and here, I would overlap 4 by 4 equaling to an area of 16 movement. That can be in my day. There can be a different movement between the day and the night. Just understanding DC. DC is your 55 split. Remember, we never get the 55, the fine line. You can't have both sides on the fine line. Like in piano, what is CC in the piano, center C? It is 24 LR and it is 29 RL. From left to right and right to left. 1218 or 1812. Talking about Saturn birth. I like to add things to a single digit. If you went up and said, you see, the number to Mars is 51. But when you want to add up where there's no obstruction, you cut out all the jargon. This is 21. This is 3. Mars is in rotation of the sun. 33 becomes 9 and 6. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. 6 times 9, 6 plus 9. Leave them into their own equations. This one will create 20 and 9, or I and T. This is for the sun, and this is for Mars. I always like to look at it, matter and energy equals the word time. There's other words where we can get this. The half-life of creation will equal to m. The next mathematical equation will equal to m. 6 times 1, 6 plus 1 equals to 13. I'm not going to multiply it because multiplying means two things. If I take a multiplication, I will just use a single area space, telling me it is now the core. It is now the core right here. So just by knowing that is the division of all, I know that this will be a 9 space. Otherwise, which one was that? Oh boy, how did I get to that equation? Anyways, let me skip on from that. But if I know there's 2 of them, I know it's going to be like that. I know it's going to be a 2 by 2 or a 3 by 3. A 3 by 3, 33 rotation of the sun is, which is also known as 1/3, which is also 1, 4, and 7 divided by 3 equals to 0.333. I'll explain it after. 3 equals 2.333. This would be the pole, number 48. The reason, because it is 1/3 of what the cube runs in as 1/3, but it's really the cube 1/3 is actually what? 3 divided by 27 is 9. And it's not going to get into that. What I was talking about before is this. Look at the equal separation. It's only separated by a fine line equal to itself in this one and this one, but not in this one. It can't be done. The only way for it to be done is to be split this way. It tells me about the cube right away. It tells me that everything I do will now be this way. So what was a single area of what a multiplication is now an addition. And everything that used to be the addition, okay, is now the multiplication. Unless I straighten the world back out. The 45-degree angle, after the 45-degree angle, okay, if it was in 2 cubes, we'd have this angle over here. That would be my difference between 1 cube and 2 cubes. The reason to go from what I call 45, what is this angle over here? If I only had 3 moves, this would be 45, and this would be 6, 7, and 5. That would be the moon angle, right? Tell me this is what 27.5 and another 27.5. Hold on a second. Did I get that right? What is between 90 and 180? 90 and 180. 90 and, is this 135 over here? Yeah, 135. Sorry, that's the sun angle. Sun gateway to the moon. Why did I say 67.5? It was funny that I said that. It was 45. So that's just, let me wipe that out because all the numbers say something, right? So that'd be the one. So over here would be 90. The upper one would be 90, would be 1 cube. And then the 2 cubes would be over here. Anyways, just blank that out. Here's the 4 by 4. Here's the 3 by 3. This one is Mars, and this will be 16 and 8, the difference between day and night and the gateway of the cat and E and I. The reason for this, E is the number 5, the 5th letter. So as the 5th letter, the number 5 equals to 42. The I is the 9th letter. and the word 9 equals to 42. Therefore, it is at the gateway. It divides 6 and 8. Here we have 8 and 1, we have 8 and 6. When you have 8 and 1, you have the spirit of the heaven's gate of Venus. You have the whole area to go out and play, all surrounded by one dot. The 10 of Venus, although Venus is 2, within you, you hold Venus. When Venus comes 10, 1 plus 0 equals to 1. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. And 10, okay, is only 1/3 of the creation of 30 plus 10 of the blue world. The cube only has 3 sides. If I match everything up towards a cube, everything, okay, stops at 3. You go around again by going to the other side. And if I stopped on 3, where is the other side if I began at 4? The other side to begin 4 is completely opposite. So if I had to continue from the 3 onto the other side, I would either go into the 5 or in the 6 in order to get over to the 4. So what is that going to tell you? I'm not really sure. It's the first time I saw it that way. For me, it's a 365 days and 366 days. 355 is 422, 224, life. Wow, life is ape. It always comes back to life as ape. I'm going to get something to drink. I lost myself in my thoughts over here. I'm going to explain again that it's all Earth and Mars. This is for me. This is computer simulated or whatever it is. I'm going to get back in. I know I lost myself. I want to come back to, but ask me some questions where I lost myself because I don't always remember. I'm going to speak about the number 18 and why it's the division between night and day. I'm going to just say it quickly. You sleep for 8 hours. You're awake for 16. The calculation of 4 and 4, creating a star, and everything works out to a star. That's why I use these star, call it the star system. Now, a star, remember, a star has 5 X's. It has 1 X that controls 96. 24 controls 96, 66. The reason for that is the X is the 24th letter. There are 4 of them. By having 4 of them, it equals to 96. When you create the 4 of them, when you create the 4 X's, okay, when you create the 4 X's, you create one major X in the center. So it's 4 times 24 equaling to 96 plus 24 equals to 120. When you go 1 through 5 equals to 15, then 1 through 15, 2 levels, right? 2 levels, stretch it out all the way. 3 sides of everything. 5 is only the center of 5 and 5. It's in between 10 and what's in the center of 10? 5. What's in between everything? 5. Time has chopped everything into 3 because I just want to, okay, so let me go on to this. So when you add the 15, it equals to 120. So I go to different kinds of things. Where can I find 120? Well, I can say that it is 5 days. And then I'll relate it to the 2 cube, which is also the 5 cube. So I can talk about that story in which it's 1.5 minus plus equals to 3.5, which is the core of the cube. 3.5, core of the cube. So this also relates to 1 dot all the way to 7 and 8 and 9 all the way to 15. And where this is going to equal 28, this is going to be 8 alone in itself. This is going to be a total of 120. So this is going to be a total of 84. These two will be 36. These two will be 92. This one and this one will be 112 and 8 equaling to 120. 84 equaling to Pluto. The 9 ball yellow over to the 15 ball. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go over to the 14 ball. We're going to just go over to the 14 ball. There were only 4 bases involved. A through D equals to 10. First, second, third, fourth. I think I made a mistake in an earlier count before because the total was 10. Okay, I don't know where I made that mistake before, but if you start off at home plate and you make it the first, you make it the second, you make it the third, and then you make it back home, fourth is home plate. Yeah, so I did make the right connection. So you're at home plate, 0. First, second, third base, back to home plate. So we're going to bump the numbers up. And this one equals to 15, rounding the bases. But when you just count all the bases, 1, 2, 3, and 4, how does that work out? You're at home plate, first base, second base, third base, home plate. First base, second base, third base, home plate. You only counted home plate once. And this one equals to 10 and 15. I forget. This is where, let me see, J and E. This is the part of I am. Okay, let me stay away from that. What I referred to in this is the game of pool. This is what happens. This is the 8 ball. This is the 1 through 7 ball. And every time you knock on a ball, you're talking about what's happening in maybe in the star system somewhere, in some chemical you might be reacting to, but it's going to react to something, weights and measures. It's all been connected. So these are the stripes, and 28 is the solids, equals to 56 minus 8 equals to 48. And again, 48, Pluto, 48, ring, 48, pole, 48, bi, 48, cell. They must be important to hold the same number, all creating 32 and 12 equals to 44. But where does 48 come from? It comes from 66. 6 times 6, 6 plus 6 equals 12 and equals to 36. The total is 48. Where is that 66? Gematria. Gematria. I'm going to get something to drink. This is gematria. The new twin tower and the 2 ones that sort of, knowing your angles. Look where number 13 is. I think there might have been an error in there. Is there an error in there? Number 7 is there. Let me see number 7. I'm going to take a picture of this and reshape out a few things. Take a screenshot, okay? Take a screenshot. Just going to make it a little smaller. Okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm just going to make a screenshot, and I'm going to come back in a minute. There's also something else I'm working on, which is the number 9, 9 by 9, how everything works inside of 9 by 9. Okay, 9 by 9. Remember, it's 9 by 9, and it's 16 by 16. And the 16 by 16 is 256, and 32 is 288. Now, this is, you have to divide everything by 288, and the 9 by 9 equals to 81. So one is Mother Venus, and the other one is the shadow gate freedom of memory. 256 is part of memory. It's the queen of Earth. And the deck of cards, there should only be 39 cards, but they add on another suit to make it 52. 13, because of 13, number 13. What is number 13? Let me get back to my video again. What is number 13? The basic of number 13 of 1 and 3. Inside, 6 and 7. 1 and 3 and 6 and 7. So let's try and figure it out. 1 and 3 equals to 4. 6 and 7 equals to 13 equals to 4. 8 and 5 equals to 13 equals to 4. 9 and 4 equals to 13 equals to 4 and 3, 4 and 3, 4 and 3. So what it is that Earth links to Mars through 9 and 4, 8 and 5, 6 and 7. So what is 9 and 4? Where does 9 and 4 come from? Where does 8 and 4 come from? Where does 7 and 4 come from? So I have to do all my work as a child, as a youngster. We all came here as the children of God, and the basic knowledge to all creation, the serenity and Zen to all life, is the one question of life is, why are we here? What are we here for? Where do I go when I die? If you've asked any one of these questions, the answer is simple. Because you've asked any of these questions, can you not answer any of the answers yourself? To learn. If you had the question and desire to really know, and to really know the truth of what it means that when you're harmonic with everybody, everybody understands their differences, there's never any big squabbles, because everybody has to know what life is in that choice. But not knowing the true word of creation, or just saying, it's just a coincidence. But when the coincidence begins to design artwork, and from artwork it begins to create words, just by knowing, I don't know what kind of twisted art piece of artwork, but I know it has an eye on it. I know it was inverted and there was a reflection in the ocean. So everything is telling a story. So I go for the easy stuff. A set of dice. The cube is being watched by over 2 billion people in this world. 25% of the people in this world represent this cube. And there must be in attendance another 500 million people. So you would say 1/3 of the people follow the Kaaba. And the strength within the Kaaba is inside of the cube. The 3 sides of 11 voided spaces says Allah, 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 Allah. Now, if it says it again, it says it because there's another cube. Now, we do know that there's a rotation, and you actually have to have 4 of them. You have to have 4 of them. Either you're having 4 or you have 3, and as you run as 2, 1 is being washed over in the pit. And then 1 comes out of the game, and this one comes in. And then this one comes out of the game, and they each come out of the game, and they're all being reset. The moon is getting changed, and it's a new moon, and they're all getting reset. How do I know? Because this is a casino, and this is the way it works in casinos. They bring in the cube, they slow down the game, they speed it up a little bit, they let everybody checking how many people can go around the table, how much time has to elapse. So we have to add in to that the stick man. $28. Stick equals to 39 and 9 and 14. 48, 58, 62. Man is 28, 90. 90 is rotation around 1. So when you're rotation around 1, the 0, it means you're going around the heart. Either you're going around the heart, saying like 00 would be because of the 9. And
when you have this one, that would be a double zero. When you have this one, that would only be a zero. Even though it shows, that's all it shows is one. 1 in 4. Whoop, did I make that too high? Yeah, I did. I made that too high. It's not supposed to be that high. Not supposed to be that high. Okay, so here's your understanding of 13. Now, here's your understanding of 12. Your understanding of 12 is either 1 and 2, or it's 9 and 2. It's 8 and 3. It's 7 and 4. It's 6 and 5. This one happens to be energy. Now, let me just check on something here. Gematria word numbers. I just want to see what comes up with. Gematria Hebrew Online Decode. Okay, so I don't really like this one, but I'll use it anyways. And let me look up energy. Energy. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, hold on a second. Where is it? Let me see what happened here. Anyways, I don't like that one. Let me look up another one. Oh, I don't like my computer jumps. How about your gematria calculator? How about this one? Okay, let me see if I can do this. No. Let me see. No. See, I'm not the only one doing this, right? So hold on a second. Okay, yeah, this is the one I like. Okay. I wish I can share. Can I share my screen? Hold on a second. Leave share. Share screen. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I put share screen. Let me see. Share screen. Share screen. Let me see. I just don't want to get out of this. Well, I don't see. Your browser was blocked. Your screen icon in your address bar to allow. Hold on a second. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. Oh my God. Keeps asking for full screen. I say share screen. Anyways, okay. I'm just going to leave it this way. And I'm going to put, okay, let me just do it this way. So we have here, energy. Hold on a second. Okay, so I put energy here and then calculate. And then we have all words that go with it, other numbers that go with it. Just give me a second. I'm going to set this little thing up over here. Just give me a second. Hold on. Oh my God. Just 1 second. Let me set this up properly. So it might be easier to see. Let me fix this. So I know it's foggy. Listen, I've got no excuses. After 15 years, it's like I've never done this before. I seem like a little illiterate, when it comes to this, right? Illiterate. 17 years. I should be ashamed of myself. Not putting any effort, eh? Wow. I don't know why I can't. Let me see. Maybe it's dirty. Oh, yeah, it was a little dirty. Anyways, maybe I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I just need to be able to Let me see. And I'm trying to move my screen. Oh, you know what I can do? I just have to make it larger. There you go. So there you go. So you got fate of humans, hell is true, energy, common phrases, contact tracing, the appointed one, Melina Knaus, the god of earth, plane, orgy, urbi and orbi. These are words that have been looked up. So these are the basics for that. Okay. That energy is also going to go with, let's see what happens when we put up Jesus. Okay. Because their calculated word of Jesus is the same thing as energy. Energy and Jesus. It's almost like if I would have, hold on a second. Okay, we're not going to do, okay. What happened here? So, yeah. Let me go back to where I am in StreamYard over here. So here we have Jesus. In Jesus, it got, you found me. Raymond Christ, find the zodiac proof. Raymond, placebo. Just looking for other words that go with this number 74. See, that's what I want to build myself. Words that go only with gematria 7. I don't want to use simple. You see numbers, simple 74. Okay, Jesus. And I only want to find, here's Mars, Shaddai making love, complete Mars. Look, ABC, 987, our birth, the divided house, new life in Jesus and energy. Here's the sun, meow. Here's the sun. Wow, meow is 56. This is creation of the seventh gate. It equals number 56. And one of the reasons I say that is because 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 7 equals to 56. 8 and 7 equals to 15. That equals to 71. That will create your high gate, your high new gate. How can I explain it? Let me get a drink. I'm going to explain it in a second. Let me come back. I'm really thirsty. Everything just keeps I want to go slow, you know. I want to go slow. I feel like I'm going fast, you know. Wow, I can't believe it. I didn't make my coffee. You know, if anybody wants to take part and calculate something for me, I'm looking to do an equation on the numbers in rotation of 4 and 7. And doing it 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7 until you get to 9, and then start over again. 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7, 4, 7. Then you can continue to 12s, and then you can do it to 15s, and then 18s, then 21, 24, until you get the whole board. Once you get the whole board, you get 1 and 36. Remove 1 on 36. It equals to 629. That is the playing field inside 1 through 36, equaling to 666. 1 through 15 equal to 120. 16 through 21 equaling to 111. 17
Yeah, 17 through, no, 22 through 36, 22. Remember that. Let me just do this. 22 through 36 equals to 5, 3, I think it's 435, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 435, 435. You see, it's 22 and 24. Grover Cleveland, Grover Cleveland. 22 and 24. The reason for that is it's on each side. It's on each side. Hold on a second. It's on each side of this area over here. 20 right here and here, and it tails together. This is 24, and this is 22 and 22 equaling to 44. Between 44, let me see what numbers this is. This is 22 and 22 is 44 and 50, 94, Uranus. This is 94 Uranus. And this is this 36? No, 36 is here. This is 34 and 34, 68 comes together, the house planets. 34 and 34, that would mean 31 and 31, that's 130. 130 over here, and over here is 44 and 50, 94 and 130. Is that 224? Anyways, whatever it is, it's how these come together. And it seems like they go up and then they go down. So they're not straight. This is not straight. This is like, if you see the angle over here, so now we have to, every time you have a bend like this, right, in construction, you would pull that straight across right over here. And this over here would be a balancing thing. They would be all balancing, like the like little river places to how can I say it? They go like cultivating land. And that's what it would look like, but on a larger scale. Every time you have one of these, see, there's a difference between here and here. Do you see the difference between all of these? Let's see if I can show you. This, if it was turned the other way, this and this would be facing each other. See this? See the way these two are facing each other, but these two are facing away? When it's facing away, it shows a big gap. When they're facing each other, there's no gap. The gap is closed, but still yet there is that X, and then there's that like little key instead of the flower. Here, what you see, the octagons, okay? The octagons is what and where the ring is. In each one of them, you can see the ring on the front. And each one of these is where the cube would be. So the cube is divided by Y and Y. In the bottom Y, in the bottom area, okay, it's a Y. In the top area, it's an X. X, X, Y, and Y. 11, 11. Bringing two worlds together. 72. So you bring 72 two worlds together. Now you flip it over this way, so you join it here. So you go 72 and 72, you got 144. Now you have to do it again. You need to do, in order to get the in-between of all these worlds, I think, I'm not sure how many times, but I do it all of the times. You would need, I think it's you would need to do 3 times 144 equals to 432, which is our vibration, and 144 to rotate one more time. That would be the ring, equals 5760. That 5760 just one second, let me take this off. That 5760 happened in the year 2000. Running by the calendar, of the Hebrew moon, the year 2000 was equivalent to a full 1,000-year Pluto cycle, or a cubic cycle, where the only run out was now in the cube. The numerics that take me there to tell me this story is 55 and 77. It's the male and the female. In the year 5775, 77 times 75, which is the year 2015, 20 explaining the dartboard, and 15 explaining the game of pool. I reflect to everything because they have numbers. They have numbers that tell stories. They'll tell stories on the calculator, stories that get numbers, and words that get numbers. And if I match up the numbers and the words, that's the story it will tell. If you believe that this is what this number used to be, and you look at what the number says within itself, you will now say to yourself, A, I already know, and I'm doing it my way because your way is ridiculous. Or you say, I don't know what I don't know. Because the only thing you do know is 1 plus 1 is 2. But the other thing you do know is it is an equation. Multiplication and addition and subtraction are a way to manipulate numbers. They are also ways of calculating. So manipulating numbers and calculating to have an exact calculation seems to work. They even do it on calculators. We go to the store. We spend money. A calculator tells us all these calculations. So what about words? Are words any different? Is area space any different? Have you ever asked, how does my phone number, by pushing some buttons, and my voice get to you? How come? What are the numbers and why? Well, those are all the numbers and that's why. But do you know what a number is? Where it comes from? What its lowercase number is? Is there really a rational, logical misunderstanding to what prime is? Because 3 is creation, and it is not prime, and neither is 5. In fact, 5, what is known as maybe of what is, you see, the first basic prime of what 1 is when the world got divided up by 4. But a whole area space is supposed to be noted as 4 areas equals to 10, equals to 1 area space. Crisscrossing what is 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I think I'm going to lose you because I found an equation even larger. What is the value of a single cube? The first number 1 that I ever saw was a division between 2 sides. So if 1 is a division of 2 sides, 1 is telling me there are 2 houses. Pretty simple as that. But if 1 was the division of 2 sides, but if 2 was the division of 3 sides, then I should know that 1 is Mars and 2 is Earth. That I should know that Mars is 51 and that Earth is 52. That I should know that 5 and 1, 5 in Roman numerals and 1 in numerals. And I should know that 52 in Roman numerals, and that's what they are. They are what they are. That I should know that if Mars is 1, the only way to split 1, keeping everything in the cubonic world, is right over here. So Mars becomes the unicorn. And then Earth
becomes the bull. Four 32, 42, 47. 47 in Orn. Eunuch. 35, 38, 47. Very ironic. Very ironic, is it not? Let me just check this out over here. Let's see. We got to do it somewhere else. Let's do some unicorn over here. Unicorn, tell me what it is. 112. When you add up 1 to 12, it says gateway. But I don't like the way it's telling me. I'm not getting the answer. Simple gematria, 94, telling me about Uranus. Uranus, the unicorn. Did I do that right? I got 9. Oh, yes, 47, 47 is 94. But it's not only 94, it also represents 85, which is one of the 13s. It is the heavens of the E world. When you have an 8, you are going to have 18. When you have a 5, you are going to have 52. Sorry, you're going to have 42 in this instance. In this instance, you can have both of them. You can have 42 as well as 52. And what this is, first of all, it's a, let me explain it if I could rationalize. It's got to be rational. Since I cannot get the 8, it is impossible. I have to invert it to another number. Now, should I invert it to the cubonic number, there are 8 areas circling the 5 spot. So this is telling me that there's 8 areas circling this 5 spot, 40 and 5, the blue world. But I am going to take this as a cubic number, and the opposite of that cubic number, okay, the opposite, not the opposite. Yes, I'm going to use the opposite of the cubic number because this is going to be in the void, and my opposite would be 4. Otherwise, I can take my void, which is on this side, which is my 4. So it can be my opposite void, which is my 5. It can be my opposite number, which is 4. It can be my number, which is 4. So in what is 55, 44, what is in 55, 44 is in 44 and 44, which is in what is 5, the void and the dot. So it's telling me right inside here, there is a day and a night. 4 times 4 equals to 16. 4 plus 4 equals to 08. HP. 8 and 16. Well, I got that already. Okay. Which is also 8 and 7 and 8 and 6. This is the divided house of DC. And this is the repeating gateway. G and H. The invert of G and H is 23. 23 is the standard creation from where your star system starts up, which is the first 3. And when you add these up together, okay, it should say, I think it says 46, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. And mathematically, that will be 24 and 10, which is 1 and 6. This will turn into what is the cube. I must find the place that it lives, and then I must find the story. And the story is the A, B, C, D is what creates this. It is 4 times 6 creating this, which is A, B, C, D. When you multiply it, it equals this. So it equals both this and this. In your star system continuation, okay, in the 4 stars, this is what you get. And the answer is 34DCD. This will revert to what is cold. It reverts to what is cold. Let me see if I got this over here. Did we do cold and hot? I want to go back to do it exactly like I did it at the beginning. Just give me a second. Oh, I was also in this book too. Cold. The opposite of cold is red hot. Blue, cold, red hot, DC. Here it's CD, it's cold blue. Cold blue, cold blue, cold blue, CD. The reverse of that is cold is red, cold is hot, and blue and red is expressions that we use in the shower. So when you add them up, it becomes 77. Christ equals to 77. When you add up these over here, 0, 7, this equals to 1 and 71, equaling to what is the gateway. The gateway is mathematically created in which dimension of 56? 11, 12, it could be 23 and 32. See the way there's a divide? Because it's not an answer that will go over 10, 23 and 32, which is confirmed in horse racing where the colors don't change. Yeah, you might think it's not a big deal because if you put everything together, everything's a big deal. So this is 23, 32, and then it'll be 56. So this is A, this is B, this is CC, and then this is D. Actually, it's 56, 65. So it's both D and D if you want to look at it that way. If we can do it this way, C, D, and E, or C, D, and D, CC, and DD. This is the third one and the dividing of the gateway. It's into time heaven. How do you create that? 4 sides of the ring. And then there's got to be 2 more sides, right? If you did 2 more sides to what is 56, it will equal to 30 and 11 equaling to 41. See, this is only E. E is singular. The reason it's singular is because it gave me an answer of 41. It didn't give me an answer of 3 and 2. 3 times 2 is 6. It's a single answer. So this one, I can't go both ways. I only can stay it. Since this is my E, now I'm going to go to my, what is my F? 41, or 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, equals to what is 4 and equals to 5. So now you can go 4, 5, and 5, 4, E. So you can go now FF, 66. And that's the end of the cube. Everything works in freaking great dynamics. I'm a little bit tired. I showed you that piece on time. I'm showing you about the cube. What I show you is I show me. I actually show me. I cannot be teaching. I can only be showing you what I think I see, what I believe I see. I can be wrong at any time. I do not know. No one has told me yet. And if I am, fantastic. Teach me something new. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. It's time to take a little break. Peace and love. Darts. This is darts. And when we turn in a circle, a straight line turning in a circle, think about it, will stretch out far behind and create an arc. So maybe it's what brings things closer and further away. And note, there are 4 diamonds in this that connect always 2 and 2 numbers together. Always connecting 2 numbers and dividing 2 numbers in 4 areas. At one point, no, let's say it divides 2 and connects 1. So that'll be dividing 2 and connecting 1. That'll be 3, 6, 9, 12. And then with those little shapes that I put over here, see, here's 3, 6, 9, 12. And then over here, it picks up 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's fantastic. That is the God-given game. Number 26, 2 times 6, 12. 2 plus 6, 8. It is the 12 parts of Rubik's with 2 colors, and it is the 2 sides of Rubik's with 8 corners, equaling to 24 and 24, 48 of Rubik's, like sun, and it is the Sun Cube. And thank you very much for watching. This is insane. I must learn more about the prayers or what is going on and unleash the truth of the cube and why it is so prominently true that they will find their hearts, that they can actually stand up and, yes,